In the online art space, people have created multiple unique ways to share their art just beyond posting it online, whether they're trying to get monetary value through commissions or something fun like an art trade. One trend that has seemed to get more and more popular throughout the years is Artfight. Artfight is something that I've heard of for a decently long time but never did. I never really understood it and it seems kind of complicated. But this year, I decided to try it out, as some of my art friends were doing it and I had the time to dedicate to a month-long event like this. And it's just a fun excuse to make fan art of other people's characters I like. There's a lot of aspects to Artfight, but to simplify it a lot, basically it's a game that makes you make art of other users' original characters, while some other people might be drawing yours. Now, a bunch of people have a bunch of different experiences with Artfight, good and bad, but I just wanted to share my own experience with doing Artfight for the first time. Now, before we get to the actual art, the first thing you do before starting Artfight is setting up an account and all of your characters, which can honestly be the most annoying part of Artfight. Artfight is its own website, and you have to set up your own account on the website, setting up your profile and your characters that other people can draw. The annoying part is that the website can be kind of annoying when trying to set up your account. Trying to put images in your profile is a strange process, and when I was able to get an image on my About Me, the image was scaled weird, and no matter what I tried to do, I couldn't get it to scale correctly. Artfight also sometimes just doesn't work sometimes, like you can't go on the website for varying reasons. Anyways, I set up my profile and the characters that I had on my profile. For my characters, I have Maigo, a character inspired a lot by RPG Maker protagonists like Aya Drevis and Ebe. I have Rico, character inspired by different mage characters in role-playing games like Ralsei from Deltarune and Vivi from Final Fantasy IX, which is a character that I made for Dungeons & Dragons. My persona, or just how I draw myself, and then Derek and Emily, who are two of my earliest characters that I have made. I should probably quickly mention that most of these drawings I made, with two exceptions, are made digitally using Procreate, a mobile digital 2D art software. Now that I have explained the setup, it's time to talk about all the characters that I drew for Artfight, starting with Body Swap, a character made by a good friend of mine, Kate. Body Swap is an original character she made for Fighting, a Roblox Team Beast PvP game where the characters are based off of Roblox accessories. Kate based her character Body Swap off of the Body Swap potion accessory. I found the concept for the character very fun, and I liked the design, so I decided to draw them for my first attack on Artfight. I tried to draw Body Swap in a somewhat accurate style to the game Fighting, with Roblox proportions and a more simple stylized face. One thing that you'll see in a lot of these time lapses is that I scale the sketch or outline of the character, which is mainly because of how small I typically draw things, so I scale it up to be more visible in the canvas and the final piece itself. Next up is the persona / main Roblox avatar of another good friend of mine, Sylvia. I chose her Roblox avatar simply because I like how the avatar looks. You can see in the time-lapse that I was struggling with how I wanted the perspective of the drawing to be. Originally I wanted Sylvia to face the front, but eventually I just decided to make her face to the side. Another thing you will notice about these drawings is that there's little to no background, and that I have this faded, dotted outline behind the characters, which was done to keep things simple, but still look kinda cool, since all these drawings were finished within a day, so I could get to multiple characters within the month. Next up is a revenge attack on someone who drew one of my characters. This drawing is of Coffee Carp's character, Dracula. This was the only traditional drawing I did, so there is no time-lapse of the drawing. I can say that I use a mix of graphite pencil, micron pens, and illustration markers. Next up is Poncho, a character by Etch-a-Sketchy, an online animator and artist that I follow. Poncho is one of their main characters from their animated series on YouTube, Tin and Poncho. I chose to draw Poncho because she is one of my favorite characters from Tin and Poncho. I like her design, and her general naivety and bravery slash carelessness leads to some of the best interactions in the series. I tried drawing or casting some sort of spell, not for any particular reason with the character, but I thought it would be fun and fitting for her. For the rest of these time lapses until the last one, I will just show text on screen of basic info about the drawing since there isn't too much to add anymore. Before I get to my final piece, I just wanted to show off all of the other art people have made of my characters this month. Thank you to Coffee Carp, Uzi, The Crow, and Sylvia for drawing my persona Maya, and thank you to Tomy and Cotton for drawing my character Maigo. And now for my final piece. To be honest, I fell behind during the latter half of the month, mainly due to work. So to make up for that, I decided to make one final mass attack for my final attack on Artfight. A mass attack is when you make a drawing with multiple different people's characters. I decided to draw one character from every artist I have previously drawn a character for during my time in Artfight 2025. Most of them being the personas of the artist, with some exceptions. This drawing I made using Krita instead of Procreate, since I prefer using Krita for bigger art pieces like this. I opted for flat coloring with no shadows or shading, since it already took long enough to draw everybody as is. I drew everyone interacting with the big Artfight 2025 logo. With the three people below it, I tried to make it make sense that they would be floating in the air. The characters on the left and center, Lyra and Nova, are based around space or aliens, and the character on the right, M, can canonically float. That's all I really have to say, so enjoy the time lapse of my final art piece I did for Artfight 2025. Hey all, it's Maya, or well, as anyone who looked at this channel would know as Kleiner Studios. It's been a bit since I've done anything with this YouTube channel. I kind of made a couple random like gameplay videos during I think end of May, beginning of June, and then I kind of just dipped. I definitely planned to post more throughout the summer, but genuinely just I had work. I worked fast food. I don't work at it anymore. I quit somewhat recently, but it took up a lot of my time, 4 days in a row each week. It sucks, but that's what I had to do. So yeah, and then also obviously I did Artfight, so that also took up a little bit of my free time. So hopefully I can get at least some videos out throughout August. I guess not necessarily a guarantee, but I'll try to get some out at least before I go to college now. Big progress. When I first started this channel I was 11, and now I'm almost gonna go to college, but I don't know. If you're someone who's most people, honestly, who've been part of this channel for a long time is probably left by now, but for anyone else, yeah, I'll try to post small animations or something if I can, but I'll try to rebrand this channel, but I don't know what I'm saying at this point.